Wait, this button. I pushed the wrong button. What up? What's back? What's up? Welcome back to the best word show on the internet. Yay! Woo! It's been a few days. Have you guys been doing anything important or good? I mean, I've been on Threads. I got like 34 followers, so, everything's just normal as shit. People be getting like 500,000. I get 34. So, everything's good. Everything's running like it should. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going like it should. I guess. I don't know. It is what it is. We got some news for you today because I feel like everything's just been kind of like rolling around. If it's not Hunter Biden's cocaine or the White House cocaine or whatever the heck, everybody's talking about Threads and Elon Musk is threatening to sue people and stuff. There's things happening in the world. So I figured I might as well pop myself in and, give you guys a little bit of a stream ski or whatever, since, we should be doing that. Time to get back on the grind of things and shit. So, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. And oh dang, thanks to the $1.99 super chat from Christina. It's just a heart. She just sent a heart. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for your heart. So, honestly, are things bad right now, guys? Are things bad? I don't think things are bad for anyone. Are things bad for Elon Musk? I mean, they're getting worse. As I told you, his 2 weeks were up. He didn't fix the problem, so everything just goes poorly for him from now on. People don't like it when I predict the future on some shit. But part of it is all what we have to do in the day. I mean, sometimes you're just dealing with having to tell people what's going on and them not listening to you and then it happening anyway, and then you just being there like, I guess that's why they say divine intervention is the thing, or was it like everything is written, preordained, predestination? If predestination is real, that's really fucking weird, because what's all that other shit that I see every day? That's the question that I'd have to ask myself, is that people tell me that at times the universe is predestined, but what are all of these other glimpses of the future and visions of the seconds? That second where I get like 5 glimpses of myself about to die, and then me being like, oh, I should probably not step on that spot, and then moving around it, and then, like changing everything. It's good. Was it really going to happen? Was that just my brain thinking of all of the different, possible futures, or was I looking at the actual futures? I'll never really know. Truly. But what I do know is that, man, it's kind of funny how prescient we are. Like, we're ahead of the game on these things. We were ahead of the game, guys. We were ahead of the game. It's just that we're not a big name, so we don't get the same kind of pattern recognition as all these other motherfuckers. But, man, remember, we've been here before, folks. Oh, yes, we've been there before with the Fediverse and all that other stuff. We've been there before a couple of years ago. We done set all that shit up in a day, remember? So, my thoughts on what that is. Woo, 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 woo. That's all I'm going to have to say is woo. But before we do that, we got to read the woo-woo messages or whatever, because you guys like those. Maybe. I don't really care if you like them or not. I'm going to read them anyway. This is the 11/11 message for a couple of hours ago. It was the most recent one, 16 hours ago. This one's from Mexico City, Mexico on June 23rd, 2016. For whatever reason, it's being brought forward to you and me today for us to understand, and it is from our friend the Thought Adjuster, that little man's or woman's or it or whatever you want to call it, that thing that lives in your brain that tells you, hey man, you probably shouldn't rob that store, but then you're like, shut the fuck up, man, I need to get fucking baby formula for my kids. You know what I mean? Sometimes people don't listen. So the subject today is all about free will and self-mastery. Wow, free will. Free will is a great thing. So is self-mastery. If you can master yourself, you can do a lot with that free will, but you're free to not master yourself and be an asshole if you want. Although I'm supposed to be reading the message, not adding all this other stuff. I don't know where this is coming from. Who the hell is Bettina? I don't know, but this is the message that was received by Bettina in the form and shape of a thought adjuster. Whatever that is, maybe it's a conscious, I'm not sure. You choose which path to take in life. You make that decision in every moment and every second of your life. You decide how to act, what to think, what to say or not to say, and how to feel. It's my gift to each and every one of you, free will. However, many have used their free will to harm, and consequently, there are many human beings who have been deprived of their freedom and their power of choice. Still, together with free will, I've given you something that nobody could take away. Even in the worst earthly circumstances, the decision to think freely, each one of you can decide to have faith or not to have faith, to be at peace or at war, to be happy or unhappy. There lies the truth self-mastery of human beings, these spiritual beings living earthly experiences. The true self-mastery of a human being consists of their choosing his or her own thoughts and his or her inner state, regardless of the seemingly difficult external situation that he or she may be living or going through. At that transcendental moment, the earthly evolutionary beings recognize his divine presence and is strengthened, rising above all possible adversaries experienced on earth. I am always there with you. When you decide to turn inward and reconnect with your divine guide, nothing and no one can take this away, because it is beyond the reach of any earthly being. You are the ones who decide. If you stop judging, you will find peace. What an interesting message, a self-mastery. I mean, I've heard it 1,000 times before. Oh, yes, manage your inner thoughts and your inner state of being. Don't think about all of the bad things that have happened to you, and move on into the future to make good things happen. Have a transcendental moment in your evolutionary experience here on Earth, and try to understand that everything is a gift and everything was planned for you, but you have the free will to not really follow the plan or kind of like fuck up the plan on your own. You're the one that's going to do it. You're the one that's going to decide whether you want to tune in or tune out or whatever. Here I am, just a lovely NPC, non-player character hanging out, trying to explain to you the predicament that each and every single one of you are in, even though, are you even real? That's the question that many people need to be asking ourselves. Are you real? What's up? I don't know. That guy seems real or whatever. He said, what's up? AI bot wouldn't say what's up like that. Like, they probably wouldn't even know it. Either that, they'd be posting Bud Light memes. Bud Light memes. Okay. So let's talk about threads, man. Let's talk about threads, baby. Let's talk about Twitter versus threads. Let's talk about the big showdown. Elon Musk and frickin' Mark Zuckerberg in a cage match, hell in the cell. You know, somebody called WWE, or, you know, maybe we could get like a straight up UFC cage match. That shit would be hot, wouldn't it? But right now, so far in the digital version of the cage match, let's just say Mark Zuckerberg's had a pretty good first round. He's decidedly come out of the left field and dropped his own version of Twitter. And my, oh my, apparently Elon Musk is very pissed off about it. And there's even talk that he might be suing Facebook because they hired a bunch of ex-Twitter employees, and then all of a sudden this new Twitter-like thing has appeared. But we'll get into the nitty-gritty of it. But I don't know, you know, maybe I should see her, because I kind of remember putting together my own version of Twitter, right? I did it in a day. It was called hallsofamenti.io. How prescient could we be with all of this stuff? We're not the first person to set up a fucking Fediverse instant, but we are the first person to be straight up about how easy it was and grift off of it in kind of a mediocre sort of way. But, you know, my system still exists. It runs off of one server. And, yeah, it's the exact same thing as the new thread thing that you're dealing with on Twitter. Because, in fact, on Twitter, on Facebook, in fact, all threads is another version of the Fediverse, if you didn't know. So many, many years ago when I was teaching you guys about the Fediverse and showing you guys how so many different websites that claim to be Twitter killers are going to be the next big Twitter or whatever the shit. Well, guess what? They're all exactly the same thing. Right? They're all some version of this right here. The same thing that I put up. I chose Miskey because it was weird. It was foreign. I had like the features on it. I could make it work a lot faster because of how it was coded. And, you know, I don't like Mastodon because I don't like the politics of the people behind it. And if you didn't remember, if you don't remember, there's a bunch of websites out there that are basically the same thing, right? Like there was gab.com. Do you guys remember gab.com? It's a Fediverse instant, but it's locked off so that nobody else can be on it. It's just exactly the same thing that Threads is, right? Like if you go to threads.net and you sign up, there's literally a thing on it that basically tells you that, oh yeah, it's the Fediverse, right? Threads.net. Let's see. Threads.net Fediverse. Yeah, we're gonna do that like that. Yes. So in just 2 days, it's gone pretty big, right? It's gotten pretty huge already. And their initial version of the app, basically when you log into it and you go through your little sign up or whatever, you'll immediately see that the Threads app is in fact just the Fediverse. I mean, even when you go onto the application that they have themselves, remember I was doing all of this 2 years ago. We set up an iOS app. We had everything all put together. We just didn't have the money that Mark Zuckerberg and the people to put all this together. So, you know, there's no bullshit here that Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, like, they could have set this up in a day, guys. They set this up. Probably it took them a little bit longer to do that because they had to, like, recode things or whatever. But it took them a day. And when you go to, like, your profile pages on it, you can literally see that it gives you the threads.net little tag on it. So like when you look at these guys right here, you'll see it at noagendasocial.com, at 101010.pl, so on and so forth. When you look at that, that's a dead giveaway that it's a Fediverse. So everybody's just getting filed under threads.net. And the way that they made it work is that basically if you have an Instagram account, well, now you have a Threads account, you can just sign up. It just connected because they're utilizing Fediverse technology. So a lot of people are wondering, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people know about Threads and what's going on with it. And even the people that put out one of the biggest versions of the Fediverse instances, Mastodon, have came out and talked about it, right? They've basically been like, yeah, they all got their own microblogging platform. It's utilizing the decentralized social webs using the same standard protocols as Mastodon and Miskey, Pleroma, whatever, PeerTube. It's all ActivityPub, which is the Fediverse version of Twitter, which was created a long time ago. So we know that they made it as a separate app, but what we don't know and what is pretty much understood is that, I guess they're not utilizing Mastodon specifically, and it doesn't seem like they're utilizing Miskey. If I'd have to guess, it looks like they kind of recoded their own version of Pleroma and then it just embedded it within their system. And now they're thinking about the ramifications here is because we haven't ever seen a huge company like this take the action. See, Truth Social is just Mastodon, right? It's just a version of Mastodon that's branded. Gab was a version of Mastodon that they recoded into their own thing, even though it's pretty much the same fucking thing. So on and so forth. They even had other websites that did the same thing that are probably not around. Like Parler was its own custom thing. But then there was Getter. Getter was like another Fediverse instance that was literally just Mastodon. So the main thing, the main thing here to think about is that, like, number one, Twitter kind of fucked up. This is one of the big fuck ups, is that, Twitter thinks that it's the only one that can do what it does. But we proved that not only does the Fediverse client actually work better than a Twitter client if coded correctly, if you had the infrastructure that Facebook had, you'd be able to make it run really good. So what they've done is they've basically taken it as like a JavaScript Node.js system, and they're running it on their own custom data centers, and it's running pretty fast, basically. But I mean, don't get it twisted. It's the fucking Fediverse. Like, it's just a walled garden, so they're blocked off from everybody else. So you're not going to see all of the sex worker CP and porn and crazy Nazi shit that's on there. They're going to have you curated within their own little group, and that's just how it's going to be, right? So it's not going to let them do some things, but it is going to let them do some things that are going to be really strange, because now that Facebook is running on the Activity Pub protocol, there's one thing that I think a lot of people need to understand, is that, number one, that means that all of the data that's going out into the Fediverse right now, so like the way that Activity Pub works is like you make a post to server, and then the server puts it out to the greater whole, and then everybody can collect everything, right? Like, it sends it to all the servers, and it's up to the servers to either, accept, reject, rebroadcasting that shit. And this is where the rub comes in. Now Facebook is getting all of the Fediverse activity. So even though Facebook is blocking all activity updates from going out to the other ones from their system, they can still take in all of the data coming in from the Fediverse, right? So they're still going to have a list of everything that gets posted on the Fediverse, my friend. So all of them Nazis and all those other like CP things, they're going to start getting those too. Even though they're not going to be showing them to their users, that's going to be going into their databases and stuff like that, which is then in turn going to force them to start sharing that shit. Not sharing it, but reporting it, right? And I think that this is where it's going to get really crazy, because we've proven that, you only need one server to handle what they're doing. It's just the amount of users that they have, and that's the login system. But they already have the robust system for Instagram already set out, so they just need to kludge that together with one of these activity pub systems, and guess what? You got yourself Threads. And honestly, content moderation, all that other stuff, it's just kind of where they're going to be at this particular juncture. I mean, so far they say that Threads has gotten a shitload of downloads. Somebody said it's as high as 70 million downloads, but the estimate that I've seen from many people is that 30 million downloads in the first few hours is what happened. That's how popular it was. And this is like killing Twitter. Like, Twitter is basically a ghost town right now because everybody's trying to go get popular on the new Threads app, and none of them have even realized. It's like, I started looking through everything that people have been posting, everything that people have been doing, and guess what? It's like, you remember Tribal Social? It's the same thing as Threads. They're all the same thing. It's the same shit. It's all the same shit. So, honestly, you got to give Zuckerberg some props for pulling one out like this, because literally he's making money. He's going to be making money hand over foot from selling all the data that they're mining utilizing this application because it still utilizes the Facebook pixel. And there's just nothing that Elon's going to be able to do to compete with this. Like, you got to realize here is that, it's not going to go away. Number one, Facebook's got way better relationships with all the advertisers and whatnot. And I guarantee it, within the next couple of months, probably, remember when we used to see people putting up Twitter on news channels and shit like that? It's gonna be Threads. You watch, motherfuckers. It's 6 months. You'll watch. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, powered by Threads, powered by MetaThread. Yeah, you get that? You see how that works? Do you understand where that's going? So, I mean, what does it mean for Elon? I mean, a lot of people have been looking at this parody Elon account and literally thinking that it's actually real Elon. But it's funny. I spent $44 billion on this app, and now Lizard Boy just decided to hit copy and paste. It's personal now. See you in the cage. Suck. Yeah. Well, is it personal? It doesn't feel personal, honestly. That's a fake post, but everybody thought that shit's real. It's just, it says fucking parody and fucking right there. And it even says Elon Musk AOC as the name. So, like, I don't understand what the fuck your guys' problem is. Like, people have been sharing out, like, this picture, I think, actually, that I've seen. Oh, my God. Where is it at? Oh, right here. Sometimes I forget to switch accounts when I post. Oh, God, dude. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay, so everybody's been posting this around today, and I mean, I just don't even fucking know what to do right now. Quinn Emanuel Ucart Sullivan LLP, Los Angeles, Tokyo, San Francisco, Silicon Valley, Chicago, Washington, D.C., Houston, Seattle, Boston, Salt Lake City, London, Tokyo, Mannheim, Hamburg, Paris, Munich, Sydney, Hong Kong, Brussels, Zurich. Why? 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 Why are there so many names on that list, bro? That's just a lot of names. Like, Quinn Emanuel? Like, that's the weirdest fucking law firm name. Ucart? Like, what? Like, and Sullivan? Is that real? The fuck? It is real. This is an epic troll. But yeah, everybody thinks that it's real. It's not real. You fucking dipshits. A parody account posted it. Elon Musk didn't post this. You guys. I mean, granted, everybody thinks Elon Musk is just uber pissed off right now about all this stuff, but like, Elon Musk didn't post this. Go to his Twitter account. It's not on his Twitter account. It's on the parody account. Like, it's not real. I mean, I don't know how many videos I saw today of people saying that this is real. Twitter intends to strictly enforce its intellectual property rights and demand Meta take some immediate steps to stop using any Twitter trade secrets. I'm like, what the fuck? This is fake. This can't be real, bro. It's not real. It's not real. Like, seriously, not real. Not real. And I mean, if it is real, for a law firm that's allegedly that big, this is the worst fucking, like, what do you even call it? Stationery? It's the worst fucking stationery I've ever fucking seen. This is like an email? Something. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. I don't like it. So just wanted to put that out there. If you saw that one, think about it. Think about it. And I mean, I've been seeing all kinds of jokes about people saying, well, I went to go post some QAnon shit on Threads and they removed my post. They censored me. Elon, they're censoring me. And then Elon's all like, yeah, come over to my free speech platform because like we love fucking free speech over here. And then fucking people are getting banned and suspended. What does that say? Your account's been suspended. It's only in read-only mode. You broke the rules. So yeah, like, don't get it twisted and don't try to sell me on that garbage that, oh, Twitter is changing things. Things are different under Elon Musk. Things are different under Yasserino. No, they're not. They both censor at the same rate. Okay? Like, for every person's post that gets censored on fucking Facebook and now on Threads, it's probably like almost going to be a 1-to-1 ratio at this point. And I mean, Twitter itself is literally still censoring people to this day. So the free speech platform that lets everybody speech and blah, 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 it's bullshit. Elon's a liar. Like, I don't know how many times I have to like put it forward to you is like the dude's not being straight up. He knows he's not being straight up. He's just jazzing you up by saying what you want to hear. And I mean, how else can we put this down so that it is understandable for everyone? So I just don't know. I don't know. All I know is that, you know, you've been to Gab, you've been to Halls of Amenti, whatever the fuck, you know, it's the same thing, dude. It's the same thing. And right now we're just watching a billionaire fight, right? We got billionaire Elon Musk and billionaire fucking, what's his face? Actually, is he not even a billionaire right now? Where the hell is it? Oh, he is. Oh, yeah. What? He's only got 103 billion. Only 103 billion, down 500 million. Damn, son. God damn. He's down more money than Bill Gates is right now. What the fuck, Bill Gates? How the fuck did you lose less money than Zuckerberg? That's crazy. What the fuck is going on with Steve Ballmer? Ballmer boy, why the hell are you down $1 billion, man? You lost $1 billion? The shit, bro? What the shit bombs? I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to look at all the billionaires and stuff, and, you know, like, I don't have any favor with Elon Musk anymore. Bill Gates definitely don't like me. That one time that I hung out with Warren Buffett, I'm pretty sure that I told him I would fucking slap him in the mouth if he talked to me like that again. So I'm pretty sure I'm not getting any money out of him. And, you know, Zuckerberg's still mad that I stole his girlfriend that one time. So, like, he's probably, like, not gonna. So, honestly, it's Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is the only billionaire I got left that I could go to. Maybe I could go to the Bernard Arnault family, but I'm pretty sure that they don't like me either. Maybe Larry Ellison. I've definitely hung out with that dude before, but I wouldn't ask him for money. He was too nice. He wouldn't give it to me anyway. He'd just be like, man, I'm going to give you any fucking money. That was the first thing he said to me. So whatever. I could ask Carlos Slim, but, you know, do I really want to be in deep with the fucking mafia? Jim Walton, I was in den with them a while back. We could go back to Walmart. If I really had to, though, I'd go with the Cokes, though. Yeah, Coke Industries. Love those guys. Woo! Anyway, so yeah, it's just a billionaire fight, guys. Billion fight. In other more important news, the Texas gunman in the Walmart massacre in Texas got 90 consecutive life sentences and yet still may face the death penalty. That's right. The gunman who basically carried out a racist attack at Hispanic shoppers at a Walmart in a Texas border city is now finally facing punishment. Patrick Crucis, that piece of shit from the El Paso mass shooting in 2019, is going to get 90 consecutive life sentences. That's a lot of life fucking sentences, man. And I don't think that's still enough. Honestly, I'm a fan of the death penalty. At that point, you know, like, you know, the godly part of my side, you know, Jesus was like, yeah, we don't fucking want him. His ass is going to be burning in hell with you, man. Well, and I'm just like, ah, but, you know, he's like, yeah, but you can come up and down all the time. You know, you got a free pass, dude. You go wherever you want, dude. I know. But I belong in hell. I'm just saying. I know. Bad man. But I'm definitely never going to be as bad as fucking Patrick Crucis. I don't even like saying his name, but, you know, it was that ugly motherfucker that looked really fucking weird that decided that he was just going to go start mopping people up, showing how cowardly he was. But, I mean, he was the dude that drove 700 miles from his home near Dallas to target Hispanics with an AK-style rifle. And he was talking about all kinds of racist shit, warned of the Hispanic invasion of Texas and all this other stuff. And I mean, what do you really have to say other than 90 life sentences? Like, dude, that dad's going to be serving his sentences when he's dead. He's going to get buried in prison. And his body's going to be there for fucking long ass time until it gets released to his family. They're just like, you know, like, bunch of generations down the road, they're just gonna hand him a little fucking thing. This is your ancestor. He's finally, you know, you guys can finally have him. 90 life sentences. Jesus fucking Christ. Is the Earth even gonna be around? According to Greta Thunberg, this motherfucker's gonna blow up. We're all gonna die. But man, I'm just glad that this guy got like clapped up, right? I just feel like he definitely needs to get the death penalty, and it's Texas, so we're hoping for the death penalty. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. What is it, like a firing line? You know, lethal injection? Honestly, fucking roast his ass is what I say. Or you know what? Honestly, what would be really bad? Get a Fresnel lens. Yeah. Like a Fresnel lens that they used to have on one of those big ass fucking progression screen TVs, but get like 10 of them and then like get all the light all into one spot, like fucking burn to death. Ah! Yeah, that's the kind of suffering that I believe that this man deserves. I mean, honestly, with the way the border's going right now, I mean, I'm not going to say that there isn't an invasion, but the way that the man went about doing this shit was a completely wrong way, and he deserves every fucking second in jail. And honestly, I definitely still, like I said, I still hope he gets the death penalty. You know, I'm one of those guys that I remember back in the day, dude, we used to just get rid of motherfuckers if they weren't following the law of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We used to just get rid of these motherfuckers. Can't do that anymore or whatever. Everybody's all like, hail Satan. And so just trying to at least give you guys like an idea here, because this guy's going to be in jail for a long fucking time. Don't you ever think about committing a mass shooting. Ever. Don't ever fucking do that. It's the worst thing imaginable. It's the pussiest thing you could do. Pussiest thing you could do. You want to show people that you're a fucking man? Crush your balls with a cinder block. And then people will fucking respect you. Mm-hmm. Yep. What's this? United States files forfeiture action against over 9,000 rifles and 700,000 rounds of ammunition en route from Iran to Yemen? What the fuck? Forfeiture? What the fuck? Is filing a forfeiture complaint against a lot of ammunitions? The U.S. Navy seized in transit from Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard. Oh, are we selling guns on both sides again or whatever? Is that what's going on? Well, thanks a lot, Office of Public Affairs to the U.S. Department of Justice. That's very, very weird. So they're forfeiting a whole bunch of ammunition and guns that were en route from Iran to Yemen. I wonder what they were doing over there. I wonder who was putting that. The U.S. Attorney General's office has taken action to prevent the Iran Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps from spreading violence and bloodshed across the world and threatening the security of our nation and allies. So wait a minute. If they're diverting all of those ammunitions and rocket launchers and anti-tank missiles and machine guns and rounds, and they're going from Iran to Yemen, you think they're going to be sending that shit over to Ukraine? Think? Yeah. Yeah, Scrooge McGoats, you're right. That guy did become the face of incel rage. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like this is going to come back up. I don't know why my brain wanted me to show you this one, but it's importante. It's muy importante. You know what else is all very important? Just an update on the White House cocaine incident. There's no hiding now. The Secret Service has ordered DNA and fingerprint analysis of a dime-sized cocaine baggie found in the West Wing, where they found it in a common area, or they found it in a cubby, or they found it just lying around. I don't know where they found somebody's little tiny baggie of cocaine. I don't know who brought cocaine to the White House, but I'll be honest, if I still did cocaine, I would probably take cocaine and do cocaine in the White House just to say I did. I don't know why I did that shit, why I would do that shit. It'd be like drinking a beer at the White House. You know, you get to the White House, you're inside, you're like on the tour, you're looking around, and then you're like, excuse me, sir, are you drinking a beer? Yeah, man, I'm having like the best day of my life. I'm at the fucking White House. I ain't got shit to do. I don't gotta drive anywhere. I want to drink a beer. Seemed like the right time. Better not be a fucking Bud Light. Well, yeah, this White House, it'd be like, well, sir, as long as it's a Bud Light, you could continue drinking that. And then you're all like sitting there and you're like, you got like a Molson Ice or some shit like that. Or does anybody remember Bud Ice? Yeah. I remember that shit. It's all right. I don't even give a fuck. I usually drink Dos Equis anyway. But it's hard to take. It's probably be hard to take it. You have to get like another cans of Dos Equis, and the cans of Dos Equis, they suck. They don't taste that great. So you know, like you gotta drink in the bottle, but you don't want to be taking a fucking bottle into the White House because I mean, you know what I'm saying? They'll fuck you up, dude. Secret Service will take your shit out. I don't know, dude. Recovering cocaine addict. Did he have cocaine at the White House? Nah, man. He was just sweating his ass off because he was sweating. The only time I've ever sweat like that was when I was yacked. Or I think that one time that I was in what was that place? Alabama? I don't know. It was fucking humid as shit. In other more news, this one is just fucked up. This is from the public up. But yes, YouTube being YouTube. Apparently they refused to remove a video of a man displaying his anus and said that there was no violation of their policies because this guy was apparently showing people how to nair their butt hairs using nair cream, you know, because, you know, I guess if you're a gay man, you enjoy not having a hairy anus when you're having your intercourse. See, I wouldn't know. I am not a gay man, so you know, I don't enjoy anus play, ass play, or whatever. So, but yes, I'm just kind of like shocked at this point. A video titled "Removing Butt Hairs with Nair Cream" that's gotten over 13 million views. That literally has a dude bending over in front of his camera, spreading his butt cheeks and nairing his booty hole. And fucking 4K, it's in HD, like high definition as shit, like 4K. It's like a 4K camera. I didn't watch the video. I'm just replaying it to you. I ain't got no reason to be looking at assholes. The only reason this asshole's even getting brought up is the fact that, you know, if I was Kevin Leonardo, apparently it's okay to do this. But, you know, I talk about the coronavirus, I do current events and stuff. I get censored. I get copy strikes. I get fucking community guideline strikes. I get channels deleted. But nah, man, I'm just doing it all fucking wrong, bro. I just need to fucking just say fuck it. And then I just need to start nairing my taint. I just need to nair my taint. I just need to get my legs up like this and shit. Just all fucking in there and just fucking, you know? Fuck it. 3 million views? Why not? I mean, I just don't understand it. Stan, the worst that they did to the video was age restricted. So you had to be 18. You got to confirm that you're 18 years old. But that doesn't matter apparently, if you don't monetize the video and you just post a video of your butthole and you're like, you know, showing people like a tutorial or something like that, that's fine. That's fine. So, like, I don't know, dude. It's like medical procedures, educational videos. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy because this guy's known for graphic content. He had content that garnered him attention for various sexual fantasies that he was having. One of them being him role-playing, acting out, being an underage sex slave at Jeffrey Epstein's island. So, you know, apparently you can just do whatever the fuck you want on YouTube as long as you're, like, gay or whatever. And they like your butthole. I mean, shit, dude. If all I had to do to show somebody my butthole to get ahead, I would have showed my asshole a long time ago, man. Fucking 3 million views for an asshole. I'll give him the goatsy. I'll fucking give him the goatsy, dude. That's gotta at least give me like 10 million views, right? It's at least gotta give me 10 million views. But upon review, we've determined that the video question is not violent of our content policies, but may be inappropriate for viewers under 18. In this case, we have placed an age restriction on the video. Fuck you, YouTube. I don't know who found that first, but honestly, congratulations to them, because honestly, I don't go around looking for your fucking buttholes on YouTube. I just don't. I don't, but, well, here's a even eerier thing. Camp Pendleton Marine and accomplice charged with firebombing Costa Mesa Planned Parenthood. What the fuck? What is going on with the Marines over at Camp Pendleton? Because literally some dudes were trying to firebomb a Planned Parenthood, and then there was another group, I believe, right? Where is that actually? Oh, great. It's gone. That's cool. Yeah, you know, I didn't want to show that to anybody or whatever, but, you know, okay. Yeah, there was literally a thing that I just saw about, it wasn't even about Planned Parenthood, but it was about a Marine being arrested because he had like a 13-year-old girl that he was purchased for, well, you know what people are purchased for. And then they found him in the barracks and they're trying to cover it up. Like, literally, that's what I thought I was looking at right here. Now this is a gun. This is a gun. Well, we'll just go to the video because I know somebody popped that shit in. Huh. Yeah, that's weird. Camp Pendleton.
Right. Camp Pendleton, which is outside of San Diego, Oceanside, San Diego, I believe.
You guys want me to go break into Camp Pendleton? Because I ain't gonna fucking do that shit.
Is where this took place. This woman uploaded
so you get
this
shot,
video
motherfucker.
Yesterday.
My niece is under the age of 18 and has learning disabilities. On June 10th, she went missing, and on June 27th, she was found on Camp Pendleton. Camp Pendleton is a military base in Oceanside, San Diego. She was found in the barracks by military police.
In the barracks by MPs.
She had been sold to a soldier for sex. They are trying to cover it up and place majority of the blame on her. However, the reality is the whole facility allowed this to happen. The security looked her in the face and allowed this man to bring a minor onto base, where he then proceeded to have sex with her. Due to her age, she could not have given this consent. We've just had an interview with someone referred to us by the military. In this meeting, we were told by the affiliated personnel that the military detective assigned to the case is trying to cover this up.
Okay, she said her family member is under 18 and has learning disabilities. When you hear under 18, what does that evoke for you? I can tell you myself personally, I thought, okay, 17, maybe 16 years old.
13.
Well, some other stuff has leaked around this story. Janae posted pictures from the duty log on base that records the incidents from that evening. And there is a record of this incident where they describe how they went in the barracks and found a 13-year-old girl. He bought a 13-year-old girl, allegedly, off of someone, brought her back to the base, got through the guard gate with her, took her into his barracks, assaulted her because there's nothing consensual about that. And that's where she was found. And now it looks like to the family that they're trying to blame the 13-year-old.
Yeah, let's blame the 13-year-old.
The child for this. That will not happen. The only acceptable response is to take down everyone. The one who brought her in, anyone who was in those barracks and saw her and was okay with that.
Well, I don't like Tizzy and T, but I agree with him. It's like, yeah, what's going on over at Camp Pendleton? You know, there's this huge story about them finding an underage girl in the barracks or whatever. That seems like it would have been pretty big fucking news, right? But no, not seeing anything. Only really seeing anything about Camp Pendleton is just some Marines firebombed a Planned Parenthood. Right? Kind of weird, isn't it? What's going on over at the Camp Pendleton? I don't know. I don't know. Who cares if Elon Musk is suing anybody? Here's something that's sad. QAnon leader Michael Protzman has died of a horrific injury in a dirt bike crash at the age of 60. That's right. That's right. And they say that despite his death certificate being issued, the former QAnon cult leader says that he is adamant that he has not died, just like JFK. Wow. I don't even know this dude died. I don't even remember this guy too much. All I know is that if he was in the JFK crowd, I just kind of ignored those dudes because I just I couldn't give two shits. A speaker at the World Economic Forum just pitched an idea of using CBDCs to stop people from purchasing ammunition.
And the one final note I will make is that if you think about the benefits of digital money, there are huge potential gains. It's not just about digital forms of physical currency. You can have programmability, units of central bank currency with expiry dates. You could have, as I argue in my book, a potentially better and some people might see it, or a darker world where the government decides that units of central bank money can be used to purchase some things, but not other things that it deems less desirable, like, say, ammunition or drugs or pornography or something of the sort. And that is very powerful in terms of the use of a CBDC. And the one final note I will make is that if you think about the benefits of digital money, there are huge potential gains. It's not just about digital forms of physical currency.
Yeah. That's not what Bitcoin was designed for, but I'm very, very happy that things are finally making their way, like being prescient enough to have thought way back when in 2008 where the banks would be going. It's been a really long test to see how they would take this kind of technology and push it forward. And they're going very, very, dark side of the force with this thing. They want to use it like the Empire used chain codes to make sure that they could track everything that you did and make it sure you couldn't buy certain things. So you'd have to go to the black market and have Camptonos full of illicit goods to get paid for your bounty hunting and things of that nature, because oh no, you can't get paid in Republic credits for that, or you could, but people are gonna know. I think we're getting to the point now where the World Economic Forum has taken the bait, and now they're starting to basically see that they can't really create something better essentially than Bitcoin, and better meaning something that's already has enough into it that it's worth it for them. Like, sure, they could have put out any shit coin or whatever the fuck that they wanted, but it's getting the people to talk in. And now their thoughts is that, well, we could take over Bitcoin, we could control it. And that's exactly what we want them to think, because that's like the final step of the plan, my friends. Once they start utilizing that for global settlements and whatnot, we gotta buy balls, baby. They can't do anything, because what happens if Satoshi Nakamoto comes back and then he goes, Oh, cool, man. I see that all the big banks and everything. Y'all are into Bitcoins and shit. And then he just goes, well, what would happen now? So, like, you guys moved all into Bitcoin and, y'all in that shit. It's all done, right? Y'all into it. Okay, cool. Boop. Push a button, and then all the Bitcoins just get wiped out in a second. Like, the whole register gets deleted. But not just on, the one computer, on everybody's computer all at once. What would they do? Do they print it all out or something? Did they have a paper backup that they're going to be able to get it from? How many pieces of paper would that be? Is there like a building somewhere where they just got a fucking printer that's just like printing out fucking Bitcoin transactions, like every single one? So like just in case the network goes down, they got them all or whatever. Because I tell you what, Satoshi Nakamoto's not doing that shit. I mean, nobody ever thinks about this stuff. And now I'm just telling you things that I shouldn't even be telling you. To this point, I don't even care anymore. So think about that. Well, that's where I'm going to leave you with it today. You have the free will to do whatever you want. But what if somebody was so nefarious in such a way, it was so prescient of mind, like a guy like Satoshi Nakamoto built this fucking digital currency because he knew that these greedy sons of bitches would want to use it for their own ends. And he just kind of like waited, bid his time, didn't say shit to anybody until they finally pulled it up. And then right when everybody switches over, he just fucking lights the match, Just fucking deletes the whole fucking thing. Goddamn! That would be fucked up, man. It would never work, but it would be something, right? So I keep telling people Bitcoin's a trap. Bitcoin, that shit's a trap, man. You'll make some money or whatever, probably. But, we're out of that phase. Now it's just kind of like there's a bunch of people that are doing real good. There's some people that are doing real bad, and there's going to be some people that are doing real bad. I don't know which one you are, but I know which one I am. I don't know. I guess I am one of those guys who just wants to see the world burn sometimes. But then again, how would you be like Jesus in the 21st century, right? Like, how could you truly start lashing back at the money lenders and flipping tables because they're trying to, make money into being the church? That would be something. Although, I mean, that's not real. That can't be real. Whatever, though. But I guess that's it. That's all I got for you today. So we talked about Threads, Mastodon. We gave you the lowdown, some other bullshit. And that's pretty much it, baby. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. I appreciate you guys joining us tonight over there on the Rumble and the YouTube and the Kick. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I guess I'll just see you on the next one. Bye-bye now. And nobody's going to believe you anyway. At this point, they never believe anything that I say. But I'm never wrong. Goodbye.